Hello viewers, on today's news. Slovakia is getting ready to elect its fifth prime minister in just 4 years. And with Kremlin sympathizer Robert Fico's opposition party leading the polls. It is one being watched with alarm in the West. Since Russia invaded Ukraine last February, Slovakia has been one of Kyiv's staunchest allies. The two countries share a border. Slovakia was the first country to send air defenses to Ukraine. And it welcomed tens of thousands of refugees. But all that could change if Fico comes to power. The former prime minister makes no secret of his sympathies towards the Kremlin, and has blamed Ukrainian Nazis and fascists for provoking Russia's President Vladimir Putin into launching the invasion, repeating the false narrative Putin has used to justify his invasion. Fico has called on the Slovak government to stop supplying weapons to Kyiv, and said that if he were to become prime minister, Slovakia would not send another round of ammunition. He is also opposed to Ukraine joining NATO. Grigorij Meseznikov, a political analyst and the president of the Institute of Public Affairs, a Slovak think tank, said that like many Russia sympathizers, Fico is framing his support for Moscow as a peace initiative. He and his allies argue that we shouldn't be sending weapons to Ukraine because it will make the war go on for longer. They are saying there will be peace if we stop sending weapons to Ukraine, because if we don't, the conflict will end sooner. In essence, they are not pro-peace, they are pro-Russian. Fico previously served as Slovakia's prime minister for more than a decade, first between 2006 and 2010, and then again from 2012 to 2018. He was forced to resign in March 2018 after weeks of mass protests over the murder of investigative journalist Jan Kuciak and his fiancée, Martina Kuznarova. Kuciak reported on corruption among the country's elite. Voters turned away from SMER in the subsequent election in 2020 and elected the center-right Ordinary People and Independent Personalities, Olano Party, originally seen as a breath of fresh air. Olano and its leader Igor Matovic ended up disappointing many of their voters. Matovic, a self-made millionaire, won the election on a strong anti-corruption platform, promising to clean up Slovakia. But his anti-corruption credentials suffered several blows early on. He was forced to admit to plagiarizing his master's thesis and presided over a government plagued with infighting. He was forced to step down after just over a year, after his unilateral decision to buy COVID-19 vaccines from Russia sparked a rebellion in his coalition government. Slovakia has a complicated electoral system and fragmented political scene, with as many as 10 political groupings potentially capable of reaching the 5% threshold needed to enter the parliament. That means that even if Fico's party wins the election, he will likely need at least one coalition partner. He has not ruled out working with Republika, an extremist far-right party, which claims that the war in Ukraine is a consequence of NATO's expansion policy. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe to our YouTube channel for more updates.